guys. Random yap video coming right now. Belal Muhammad just pulled out of UFC 310 against Shavkat Rakhmonov for his first title defense. Now, what does this mean? There's a lot of places the UFC could take this. There's a lot of things they can do. But before I get into that, first, you guys need to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. I'll respond to all your comments. But yeah, make sure to subscribe. It's free. So yeah, let's just dive straight into it. Yeah, Belal Muhammad pulled out of the Shavkat Rakhmonov fight with a infection. I don't know if it's staph, but a very bad infection in his toe. His toe. You guys could go search up the pictures yourself. It's very bad. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that Shavkat should still fight on this card, but it should be for an interim belt. I disagree with that. I think Shavkat should still fight, but it should not be for an interim belt. I think Belal has had the belt for not that long, and he came back for UFC 310 to defend it again. And unfortunately, he had to pull out. I don't think this deserves an interim belt. I don't know why we're just giving out belts for no reason. So I think definitely Shavkat should still stay on the card. And who should Shavkat Rakhmonov fight? Well, actually, first, before I get into that, guys, you got to do it. Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree. Apparently, both parties have already agreed to do it for UFC 310. This is the only fight to make. Make this the main event of UFC 310. And obviously, people are forgetting that Pantoja versus Asakura would still be the co-main event. This will still be a great card. And you know what? If Pereira and Ankalaev cannot get on this card, I believe it would still be fine, even though it's kind of not the best way to end off the year. I think it'll still be fine to have Pantoja versus Asakura as the main event to end off the year. But what I think they're gonna aim towards is Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev, and I believe that's what they should do. I don't think they should wait long for this. They shouldn't let this fight escape us. I think it'll be great for Alex Pereira. It'll be great for Magomed Ankalaev. Ankalaev just coming off of a win over Alexander Rakic. He didn't really get damaged in that fight at all. Alex Pereira just coming off a win to Khalil Rountree at UFC 307. Ankalaev fighting at UFC 308. So they're both on the same schedule, basically. And I think this is perfect thing to... If the UFC can't get this done, I don't know what they're doing. So, yeah. Now, obviously, let's say they get Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev on this. You'll still have Pantoja versus Asakura, which is a great fight. I can't wait for my prediction. I'm really going to try to break these guys down and see who I think could win. So, be ready for the upcoming video. So they'll have Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. I think that's what they're aiming for, and that's what they're going to do, most likely. You have Pantoja versus Kai Asakura as a co-main. Still keep Shavkat Rakhmonov on the card, and who should he fight? Not for an interim bout. Just who should he fight? Joaquin Buckley. Now, I know people are going to think this is kind of a joke, but this is the perfect fight to make. They're both coming off of wins against Wonderboy. They're both young guys. Joaquin Buckley's on a roll right now at welterweight. He's on a pretty good win streak. He knocked out Wonderboy in his last fight. Have this be a number one contender fight. There is no need for an interim belt. I don't know why people want an interim belt. That makes no sense. I even saw Joaquin Buckley post about versing Shavkat for an interim belt. There's no need for an interim belt. It's not like Belal's been sitting out for a year. So, and I don't think it'll take that long for Belal to heal up. I think he will be back in February no, not February because it's Ramadan. January. He won't be back in January, February, March. He'll be back in probably April. I believe that's enough time to wait out. There's no need for an interim belt. Give Joaquin Buckley versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. Joaquin Buckley wants to do it. Shavkat, I don't think he would have a problem with that, unless he's scared of Joaquin Buckley. This would be the perfect number one contenders fight. Make this fight happen. I mean, come on. So yeah, this is just my reaction to UFC 310. I think this video is gonna be pretty short. Then some other things. The rankings. I noticed that Ilia Topuria, he's still at number 4 behind John Jones and Alex Pereira. Are you serious, guys? Come on. Ilia Topuria is pound for pound better than John Jones, and he's pound for pound better than Alex Pereira. Ilia Topuria should be at number 2. Uh, I don't know why John is above Topuria. Like, no hate against John, but actually hate against John. He's a wife beater. Ilia Topuria, he just beat Volkanovski and Max Holloway. Those are two of the greatest back-to-back wins of all time. There's no debating that at all. So yeah, I don't know why they didn't at least move him above Jones. Maybe I think the perfect spot would have been to move him to 2, but I guess not. So yeah, also. Oh yeah, the middleweight division. They moved Hamzat to 3, replacing Robert Whitaker. Obviously, everyone else fell down 1. Uh, I was thinking about it. At middleweight, is Hamzat not better than Israel Adesanya? Is he not a bigger threat to the champion than Israel Adesanya or even Sean Strickland? I don't have a problem with them keeping him at 3, but I don't really like how I feel like they didn't even consider putting him above, putting him straight up as number 1 contender. I know what the census is, and what they do is, if you beat someone who's ranked number 3 and you're ranked number 13, like Hamza was, you will move to the number 3 spot. They'll move to number 4. But what if your performance was so good, they're like, oh wait, he's probably better than him and him. I just think UFC doesn't run these rankings. ESPN does, or whatever. I think they should definitely consider keeping that in mind, not just putting them in the spot that they are. Also, Shera Magomedov, the bullet, the second bullet, obviously. Valentina Shevchenko is the first bullet. Shera Magomedov, he got placed at number 14 ahead of Michael Pereira. I think this is a good placement, and this just if you watch my last video, his next fight should be Paulo Costa. But it got me thinking. He's ranked number 14. He's ranked now. And he hasn't even fought a ranked opponent. They put him in the rankings for a reason. Are they really going to do the Israel Adesanya versus Shera fight? I wouldn't be surprised at all if the UFC does that. If Shera really thinks he can beat Israel Adesanya, why not do the fight? I believe Adesanya thinks he would whoop Shera. Or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But why not let Shera jump to Israel Adesanya? Protect this guy. Put him against strikers only. You got to be dumb as a company to put, Shera, let's say, against like some grapplers, like say Brendan Allen, a good grappler. You'd be dumb to put Shera against him. Grappling versus striking. Grappling normally wins, right? So I think you got to protect Shera because he's a good company man. He likes to fight a lot, and I'm thinking they put him in the rankings. So obviously his next opponent is gonna be ranked. So I'm just trying to look at who are they gonna get next. They could do Anthony Hernandez. I can see that, or they could even do Michael Pereira. I can definitely see that to see if Shera really belongs in the rankings. But I think Paulo Costa is a really good fight to make. Even Roman Dolidze, even though Roman's kind of a grappler, but I think Shera might be able to deal with that. Paulo Costa is a fight to make, though. If you don't want to jump him to Adesanya, put him to Paulo Costa, 14-11. That's a perfect fight. It happens all the time in the UFC. So yeah. Finally, Ankalaev's ranked number 1, not tied at first place with Yuri Prochazka. I don't know why they had it like that before. So yeah. Finally, Alex Pereira has just restored the 205 division. It used to be just a bum division. There was for the last couple years without Alex Pereira, there was never an undisputed 205 champion. Now there finally is. And after the Ankalaev fight, which I believe they're going to do at 310, there's going to be the most undisputed champion at 205 we've seen in a while besides John Jones. So yeah, this is my reaction to all this stuff. Belal Muhammad, pray for his recovery. I was really excited for the Shavkat fight because stylistically, that was probably one of the best welterweight fights we've seen in like a while actually. If you look at it, that was actually a really good fight. So I'm kind of sad about that. I think Shavkat versus Joaquin Buckley, third fight down. Perfect fight to make. Don't put an interim belt on them. There's no point. Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev. They both want the fight. Do it. I could definitely see Ankalaev not wanting it this short of notice, but just do it, man. And also, like, there's no point of waiting for Ankalaev to There's no point of waiting for this fight. Get this fight done and over with, so then Alex Pereira could be really undisputed. Because a lot of people think that Ankalaev is going to beat Alex Pereira. I personally don't think so. Maybe when I get closer to my breakdown, maybe I will think so. I don't know though. I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, I hopefully Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 310, and then if Alex Pereira gets past him, no one will doubt him at 205. And that will be after the John Jones and Stipe fight. We can see what happens there. Maybe there's a possibility the winner of that fight fights the true champion Aspinall. Then the heavyweight division will finally be figured out. I believe the reason Alex Pereira hasn't fought a heavyweight yet and the UFC hasn't given a chance yet is because the heavyweight division doesn't have an undisputed champion. The division is kind of in disarray. They need to have an undisputed champion. And hopefully after the John Jones and Stipe fight, maybe John will probably win. Who knows? Maybe he will fight Tom Aspinall. Then we could finally have Alex Pereira wait out to fight that winner. So yeah. That's the end of the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Just subscribe to me. It's free. Comment whatever you want. Like the video. Peace out.